Hi, you're watching the health team at Saints Foundation for your Senior Saints Exercise at Home video. Thanks for joining us. Before we begin, make sure you have a good workspace to be working in, where you're wearing loose-fitting clothing and supportive shoes. You have a chair that's securely fixed to the floor and is in a comfortable position for you to work in. Before we begin, make sure you have a glass of water handy. You should be trying to have 8 glasses a day, more if you're more active. We do suggest having a telephone nearby in case you have any issues. During today's session, if you feel severely out of breath or you get pain in your muscles rather than discomfort, we do suggest stopping straight away and consulting your doctor before continuing with any exercise. For some of today's exercise, we'll be using a resistance band. If you don't have a resistance band, you could use a scarf or a pair of tights, anything with a little bit of give in it.
We're going to start off with some warm-up exercises today, and we're just going to stay marching either on the spot or in your chair. So if you're seated in a chair, if you'd like to move forward into your working position with your back nice and straight, and we just start marching our feet. So just lifting those feet up nice and easily. We're aiming to get a little bit warmer and a little bit out of breath here. You can bring in your arms, just keeping them down by your side, and then just keeping it nice and easy with that rhythm. Just lifting up those feet. If you do feel a little bit wobbly, you could always just do this standing next to your worktop, or while you put the kettle on, do a few marches. Now, just to make it a little bit more difficult, we're going to start bringing in some arms, warming up our shoulders as well. So we're just going to start rolling our arms. Now, if this again makes you feel a little bit wobbly, you could just keep your feet still and then bring your marches in when you drop your hands. Now we're just going to make this a little bit more complicated, and we're going to do 3 circles with our arms and then a punch like this. Just follow with me. 1, 2, 3 and punch. 1, 2, 3 and punch. Keep that going. Don't forget your breathing. 3 and punch. 1, 2, 3 and punch. Now we're going to make that a little bit more difficult by punching our arm up above our head. 1, 2, 3 and up. And again, we're going to go up next time. 2, 3 and up. 1, 2, 3 and up. Now we're going to bring it back in front of us. 3 and forward. 1, 2, 3. Keep that going. If you feel like this is nice and easy, ready for that punch, you could bring in a little heel dig. 1, 2, 3 and punch. 1, 2, 3 and punch. 1, 2, 3 and forward. Next time we're going to go up. 2, 3 and up. 1, 2 and up again. Lovely. Last 2 times going up above our head. And one more, 2, 3 and up, and then just finish there. And again, if you're not quite warm enough, you can keep that going a little bit longer, but you should be feeling a little bit limbered up now. So the next exercise we're going to do is for our upper arms, and we're going to be working and strengthening our tricep muscle, which is at the back of our arms. Now we will be using a resistance band for this, but remember, an old pair of tights works just as well, or a scarf. It's also important to remember to have a drink of water nearby and take little sips every time you need it. So if you're doing this exercise seated, could you move forward into your working position? You can do this standing, and you could even do a little march at the same time if you want to. I'm not going to do that today though. So we're just going to place our band in our right hand and just hold it up near to our right shoulder. And then just take your left hand and just hold the band just slightly below with your palms facing the body. Now we're just going to stretch our left hand down and just press that away, nice and easy. Don't forget to breathe while you're doing this. So each time we just do this for about 4 or 5 counts, down and back up. And you should feel that resistance as that's coming back up as well. Keep that hand in line with the arm so you're not feeling a strain on the wrist. And just press that down nice and easily. So we're on about number 5 now. Push that down, again keep breathing. Think about your posture the whole time. So back nice and straight. If you're standing, feet a little bit apart. And we're here on number 7. Just push that down and release back up. And last one, just for that arm, and bring it back up and relax the shoulders and the hands. If that wasn't enough, you could do a couple more. Now we're going to swap to the other side. So just hold the band in the other hand, bring it up, just holding it close to your shoulder. You don't have to clench the fist too tight, and then just bring the other hand underneath it, both palms facing in, and we're going to push down with that arm and release it slowly. Again, breathing all the time. If you feel a little bit of pain, then you must stop that exercise. But if it's just feeling a little bit uncomfortable, then that's how you should be feeling. You should feel those muscles working while you're doing the exercise. And push that down. Remember, it's very important to release that slowly because you're working that on the way back up as well. Extending the arm. And again, we've just got a couple more here now. And release that back up. And last one. And nice and slowly, bring that back up and relax. You can even do a couple of shoulder rolls just to loosen that up, and then relax back into your chair again if you're seated, and have a couple of sips of water while we just talk you into the next exercise. The next exercise we're going to do is for improving our balance. This is really, really important to help with everyday movements such as walking, or when you go out shopping, help with your mobility and just general balance. So we're going to start off, I'm holding on to a chair today, but you could do this at home, holding onto your worktop in your kitchen or with your hand on the sink. But if you don't feel happy with that, you can do a balance exercise seated in a chair. So I'm just going to ask Callum to move forward into the working position on that chair. And we're just going to start off sitting upright or standing upright. Think about your posture. And we're just going to test our balance, holding on to begin with, by lifting one heel off the floor. Now, if you feel a little bit uncomfortable doing this, but you still want to stay standing, you could face your worktop and hold on with both hands. And then we're just going to lower that heel. Now let's see how we are on the other side. Just raise one heel off the floor, still with your toe in contact. And if you feel okay, just take that back down. Now, if that was okay for you, you could take your whole foot off the floor. So we're just going to raise that whole foot up, and Callum's going to do that seated in the chair. And then just hold that for a few seconds, pulling in your tummy muscles, but don't forget to breathe. And place that down, and we'll try that on the other leg. So we're just going to raise the foot off the floor and hold that there. That's lovely, and place that down. Now, if you feel okay with that, if you're seated in your chair, you could raise one foot off the floor and then the opposite hand up to shoulder height or just above your head. And then place that down and test your balance on the other side. So this is if you don't feel comfortable doing that exercise standing. That's lovely. Now we're going to test this a little bit more now, and I'm just going to actually face my chair. Again, you could do this holding onto your worktop. I'm going to raise one foot off the floor and then my alternate hand. So I'm doing a similar thing to Callum, but just standing. This is if you've got a little bit more confidence. And then place that hand down and then the foot down with your feet a little bit apart. We're going to try that on the other side. Just lift one foot and the opposite hand. That's lovely. And then we're just going to place hand down and then the foot down. If you feel really confident and you're standing, you could try both hands by raising one foot and then one hand, and maybe just have a finger of the other hand and then both hands. And likewise, Callum's doing the same in the chair. Only do that if you're really confident. Place your hands back down on the chair, feet back down, and then relax. So well done, everyone. That's your balance exercises finished for today. So if you'd like to grab a seat and have a drink of water before we move on to the final section of the session.
Okay, well done everyone. Now we've finished, it's time that we do a little bit of a cool down and a stretch. We have some very simple stretches to talk you through. So, before we begin, I want everyone to come forward on the front third position in a chair, sitting nice and tall again, tummy's pulled in, and the first stretch we're going to work on is a hamstring. So we're going to take our right foot, we're going to take it forwards, heel down, toe pointing forwards. We take the right hand and we slowly slide it down the leg, keeping our head up to just below the knee, and we hold it there for 15 seconds. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We bring it up, we bring that foot back. Now we work the other foot, so left foot forward, heel down, toe pointing forwards, left hand at the top of the hip, and we bend at the hips and we lean forward, slide down to just below the knee, head up, we hold it there, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slide it back, foot back. Well done. Now we're going to stretch the chest out. So we take both hands behind the back, into the middle of our lower back. Sitting nice and tall, we pull the elbows back, so we feel that stretch out across the chest, and we hold it there. And again, it's a 15-second stretch, so we hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we relax, and we drop the shoulders down. Now our final stretch is for the back of the arm, so we take the right hand onto the right shoulder, we bring the other hand round to help support it. We gently push back, and we hold it so we feel that stretch in the back of our arm. So we hold for 15, and another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we drop the arm down. We're now going to work the other arm. So left arm onto left shoulder, other hand comes around to support the elbow. We gently push back, and we hold. Again, 15 seconds. And it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax, and drop it down there.
Great work. That's 10 minutes of exercise completed today. Well done, everyone. Remember to include an element of exercise every day and keep up the good work. If you would like more information about what we do, give us a call on the phone number on the screen or visit our website. Remember, sessions like this will also be broadcasted on Voice FM on 103.9 FM. Join in on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays.
Also, if you'd like one of our home exercise workbooks, you can phone in on the number on screen or email us and we'll have one sent out to you.